Hey everybody, what's up? It's Keith here. I had a young friend get himself in some shit the other day, and I decided I wanted to make a video, kind of offer up some things I've seen in the world, see if I can offer some inspiration, some insight, and some mentorship to this young man. Maybe help guide a few other young men through life, through some of the crap that I've seen, and maybe offer some solutions. So, in the last it was starting when I was, in middle and high school, where there were several social norms that were changing. Some glorification of, well, let's get right into it. Glorification of girls and glorification of minorities. And it seemed like the white young man was being pushed out and demonized. It's his accelerated a lot over the last few years. Now, these are not excuses, by the way. These are just things that I've noticed. The school system is primarily female educators. Um, so the little girls that sit down in school and they do their work and they're all calm and stuff like that, that goes over great. And then they seem to punish the young men who have energy, who still have that aggression, were designed to be hunters. Um, this modern society, we seem to have lost our way and seem to think that um, the that we're so civilized and so sophisticated these days that they're trying to breed the hunter out of us. They're trying to breed the energy out of us. And they do it through things like the mental health diagnosis. That seems to be another thing that has ramped its way up to the top of the roller coaster lately. It was starting back when I was in school. And then the other thing I've heard, I haven't seen it because I'm not in school, is that they've drawn back the recess time. The recess time was to give young men and young women a break from their day to burn off some energy so that they could focus. Well, when you start taking that away from them, there's nowhere for that energy to go. This leads into a few problems for young men. The extra energy creates hyperactiveness, kind of it doesn't give us a chance to burn off our aggression, that pent up energy we got, and then leads into things, mild depression, attitude issues, for lack of a better term, and allows us to get ourselves in some shit. Now, as we've seen in the last 10 years, their sense of humor for getting into shit has completely gone away. Nobody's got any sense of humor anymore. And with this kid's actions, I don't think they should have had a sense of humor, but I think that if he had gotten the chance to burn off the energy in the first place, I'm not sure it would have gotten to this point. So, what is it that we can do? How can we get around this? How can we solve this? How can we push back without getting ourselves in the shit? Well, first off, we need to decide what we want in life. We need to decide where we want to go, what we want to have, how we want to get there. All these different avenues of transportation, per se. Now, having a long-term goal and some focus in that direction goes a long way. But what do we do in the meantime? Well, the first step is getting yourself a notepad and making these decisions. But also, exercising. Exercising is huge. And fatherless homes, don't have the dad around to say, all right, you're being a little asshole, and to go run you 2 miles. So this might come on your own plate. You may have to do this yourself. Now, I'll be the first one to admit, running 2 miles sucks. I want nothing to do with it. But I don't have the energy of a teenager either. So I encourage you to either run or find a physically challenging outlet, whether that be lifting weights, something to burn that energy off. We also need to not let our mouth get our ass in the shit. You know, we can't be threatening people, and we need to give ourselves a way out, not just allow some actions to blatantly smack somebody in the face, if you know what I mean. And along with that decision making, I'm not just simply suggesting a final destination. Oh, I want to grow up and buy a house and you know, blah, 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 blah. This is all aspects all the way through life, right? You want a house. Hey, what kind of cars you want along the way? You know, you got some particular models you like. Where do you want to go? You know, you want to go do something fun? Where? And do it in pencil, man, because it can all change. I happened to run across, hold on, run across one of my old lists from about 5 years ago, recently, and I found it quite humorous. I had accomplished several things on that list, but everything that was left was not my current to-do list. Some of the things on there today, you wouldn't be able to get me to do. Am I perfectly happy where I'm at? No, but those things that were still on there had no interest to me. So my point being, we can't just skate through and think that you know, make it up as we go. You might want to sit down and get yourself a plan. And while you're at it, work out. Make yourself stronger. Make yourself faster. Make yourself better. There's many steps along the way you can take, even if they're a little sidetracked from what you do. Right now, I'm currently a mechanic, but I'm also going back to school for my EMT. Sounds totally bass backwards from each other, but in the big scheme of things, they're not. They do kind of work hand in hand. No matter what you do in life, people are always going to need medical treatment. So, I'm here for young men that need an ear, need an outlet, maybe some direction. Feel free to reach out to me. If I can be of help, I'll do whatever I can. But a lot of it is going to be a mental pointer, because we're men. We need to pull ourselves up by the bootstraps, pick up that big fucking backpack, and move on out. So, a lot to think about there. Let me know if you have any questions.